right, good. So taking a look back is always, I don't want you to dwell on it, but, it's a good point to see, things that happen and how can you make a difference. All right, now, here's what we call the six steps to massive results in your business. And this is basically everything you have to do in your business. The first step, and this is how we coach our clients. First step is what we call the mastery level. That's getting the chaos under control. That's knowing your financials, knowing what your break-even is, tracking where your leads are coming from, your conversion rates, so you're testing and measuring, your delivery of your product or service. Is it consistent? If someone refers you, will they get the same services you gave to the person who referred them? So this is where your time management, tracking, getting everything under control. Once you get the mastery level together, that's when you go to the niche. And the niche is where that's your cash flow. This is your lead generation. This is your sales, your marketing, your conversion rate. How do you get people to buy from you again? How do you get the average dollar sale? So this is where you're generating your cash flow. So once you get through the niche level, you're generating cash flow, you're tracking everything in your mastery level, you're now ready to go into the next level, which is your leverage. And this is your systems. There should be a system and a process for everything. How do you answer the phone? How many people ever call somebody and they go, hello, can you hold on a minute? They feel like just hanging up, and why am I doing business with these people? Versus everybody answer the phone saying, hey, it's a great day. How can we make your day better? Who do you want to do business with? All right, so you need a system for everything, and that's where the leverage part comes in.
Do basement systems come here?
What's that? I know they asked it's a great day.
Yeah, they say it's a great day.
It's a great day. My clients say thanks for calling, or it's a great day. How can we make your day better? But Larry is very big on all this. He learned to say he reads and listens to everybody. But it's really putting a system together for everything. Once you have your systems in place, your marketing's working, you're tracking everything, this is when you're going to build your team. And this is when you're structuring yourself for growth. You can't really grow too much with just you and a couple people. It's that glass ceiling. So here, in your team, you're going to learn how to hire the right people, how to keep the best people, how to motivate them, and your leadership. So now your team is following the systems, your marketing's in place, and you're tracking everything. Once you get to this level, now you got to synergy. And synergy is when you can replace yourself. All right? This is where you put a general manager in place. Now you get to free yourself up. The business is running basically without you. And that's really, it's not the definition of a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. Otherwise, you own a job, which stands for just over broke. So now you have the synergy level. That's going to give you the chance to multiply, duplicate in other territories, franchise, or actually go into a different business. Because if you know all the principles and have these working in the business you're in now, you could apply them to any business. You could do the hot dog stand across the street. You could do the pool store. It's the same principles. So this gets you a chance to build your wealth and your diversity because everything's running without you. Now you're measuring it and you're looking numbers. There's a difference between abdication and delegation. And that's where a lot of business owners get in trouble because they abdicate things. They say, I don't feel like doing that. I'm going to hire John over here to do it. And John screws it up. So every time I hire somebody to do it, I have to come back and it takes twice as much work. Versus delegating is keeping and monitoring. You know the job. Like in other words, if you're doing everything, you know how long it takes to do this one function. Well, when you put somebody in a place, they should be, they can do 10 parts in an hour. So you have key performance indicators that measure that. So that's delegation. Someone else is doing it, but you're keeping an eye on the standards of the process. And that's where you're going to get massive results once all these things are in place. So what we're going to do is build your 90-day plan based on this. Now, it depends where you are in this. A lot of us are still at the mastery and the niche level. Okay, so we're going to go through and we're going to touch on all these today, and you're going to pick out strategies that you need to focus on. And we're going to go through the strategies you need to do and then break it down into which ones do you need to work on in the next 90 days. And usually I ask, where is your business? And here we're all probably before the infant level or still at the mastery level. All right, we're going to go through each step now, and we're going to work through that. But first, what you need to do in your plan is your SMART goals. Now, SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, attainable, results-oriented, and there needs to be a time frame. So any goal that you write down needs to answer those 5 questions. If it doesn't answer those 5 questions, it's not really a goal, it's an idea. So you got to, after you write it down, and most people aren't specific enough, and they rarely have a time frame to it. So we want to make sure that your goals have time frame. And we're going to write goals in these different areas. There's your family goals, your financial goals, mental, spiritual, whatever's important to you, physical goals, socially, business, profits. So we want goals established in all those areas. So if you go to page 14 in your booklet, that should be where your goals are. Now, what I'm going to challenge you for today is we're going to go right to what your 12-month goals are. Over the weekend, I want you to go back into the 5 to 10-year goals and where you need to be 3 years from now. And that's going to be real important for you, Chris. If you decide what you want to do, figure out where perfect world 5 years from now. And it's getting into your business or what type of business you want to get into. Does that, as we back into it, is that going to help you with your goals? So, and the same thing for everyone. Where are your 5 to 10 year goals? And you're weighing back and forth where you're going to be. But today we're going to start at where do you want to be 12 months from now. All right, so that's the first step we're going to do. And then we're going to go through each and every, after we do our goals, we're going to go through each of those 6 steps and put down specific strategies that will help you get through those goals. Does that make sense to everybody? And then once we get to 12-month goals, we're going to bring it back to which ones we have to do first. And that's what you're going to leave with today, is an action list of things. Now, I'm going to make sure you don't leave with too many. Because if you have 60 things you're going to do in 90 days, that's ridiculous. You're never going to do it. Okay? So we want to make sure that you leave here with a good plan. But first, we need you to start with what your goals are. And here's some examples of what goals could be. What's your desired profit level? How many hours do you want to work? What do you want to weigh? If you're single, how many dates you want to go on? How much time you want to spend with your kids? Whatever those goals are. These are some of the examples.
So we're doing a 90-day goal, not the one.
Well, we're going to do the 12-month goal. So what I want you to do right now is go through page 14 and 15 and write down what your goals are for the next 12 months, 1-year goals.